a big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night. She had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that taken to golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No caught. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis that's light. Rape in the city that's light. LED look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get it fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my did the back that like a pogo. And do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Chargers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught at the 20. Oh, still. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 48 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
First, the heart, and move, lucky 50,
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Gave a glimpse of his power that time, and then brought down at the 30. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Ringo. First.
Again, it's Cousins, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And incomplete to open things up.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. And James has it. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys that can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Ram. Run.
They run. It's Kamara. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On play action, it's Wentz. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Let's go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz over the middle. That's caught by Miller. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball.
And got his man complete. And all the way up to the 49. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Carl Lawson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They go play action. Cousins got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
White. Yellow. Gun. Hey, Clifford. Right there.
Now Cousins. Going deep for Hopkins. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On second down, Kamara, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Shotgun now for Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Black. 2. Gun. Rhino. Go ahead.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Rhino.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Then got the completion to Hopkins. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Play action now. Cousins going deep for Diggs. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Cousins now. He's going to air one out. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Denzel Ward. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Cooper was the target there. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Go, go.
Running with Kamara. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
His throw caught right around the 6. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Butker is good. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Randy Gregory in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Go, go. Lion.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good. We're good. Rhino!
Following the interception, Cousins. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Cousins now on 2nd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Tim Williams in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
There we go. Rhino! Go ahead.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand.
And caught by Cooper for a Charger touchdown. Amari Cooper from 13 yards out. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend as he's on to punt for Arizona. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Cousins to throw it. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The left side caught by Diggs. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Cousins now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Quan Alexander coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Being chased outlet. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
He'll get it up the middle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
81.
Throwing is Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Anthony Miller with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
To throw, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, Ringo, 48.
Play fake. Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Rhino! Move!
They'll throw again. Cousins looking deep in the direction of and caught by Cooper for a Charger touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Chargers are going to take the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Randy Gregory in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Garland Conley, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Cousins now from the 50. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Going deep for Hopkins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Shorty.
They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Back to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And it looks like the Chargers are going to win this thing. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Bird. The hunt. Andy. Rhino. Where's the hunt? Bird.
Freeman again. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Cousins to throw. Escapes the sack. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Quan Alexander. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. Personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
We're good. We're good.